We'll take that W and hand you a loss. Break your ankles on the cross, on God on that rock. Off the bounce, leave you on the first step. It might be a long night for you without some double team help. Or the whistle from the ref, I'm from the school of hard knocks. Watch how I hit them with a shimmy when I get them on the block. We talking nothing but hoops, a floor general and it's true. Spot up in the corner, man, you know I'm gon' shoot. Or slam like an alpha, I'm beastin' like a boss named Hefe. Trapping on the baseline, you escape no way. A baller like Kobe wearing 24 and 8. Y'all be sure to subscribe to the channel, hey, with Mr. Slam and Alpha Dog 2 and Pure Waves with the best sports book too. If you wanna show support, give us a view. Call this an NBA jam. If you a super fan, hit the bell is what you do. We off the bounce. Check up. Level off the bounce. Let's get it.
He's on fire.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Bounce. Happy Tuesday. NBA is back. We got one humongous go.
Nah, you didn't even do it right. We have a humongous game tonight. Eastern Conference Finals are starting. It's the Heat. It's the Celtics. I wish I was in Miami. The only thing you did wrong, Slam, was you didn't do the arm. You gotta bring it in.
Thanks.
And turn the volume on your phone off. That too.
Yeah.
My bad. Well, how we doing today, boys? How was your weekend? I'm ready. I miss you guys, man. That's all I gotta say.
I mean,
I'm glad to be back.
It's always good talking with the boys, but let's talk about the awful Sunday of basketball. Neither was a game, neither was competitive. So, I mean, little disappointing in the Game 7 action. Hopefully we get some better basketball tonight. Maybe it'll even be a game still in the first half because both of them on Sunday were over by halftime.
I think we should definitely start by going over the two Game 7s. The disgusting behavior by this Phoenix Suns. They deserve every bit of slander they're getting.
100%.
I'm not going to go and say I back what Patrick Beverley's saying about CP3. I think he's taking it too far, calling him a traffic cone. It's funny, but it's disrespectful. CP3.
I saw a great clip by Matt Barnes, and he basically just called out Pat Beverley.
I saw that yesterday.
He goes, me and him were similar role players. Someone needs to put him in his place. I mean, the dude's talking about a future all-star legend, guy who changed the game. And that's all true. And he's like, he did have a horrible series, but that doesn't change where he's going to go down in history and how much he's done for the game. Pat Beverley, he's going to be gone with the wind when he's out of there. The only way he stays relevant is by saying stuff like this.
Guys, shout out to Pure Wage for sponsoring this show before we go any further. He's the reason we're here. He's the reason we're going to be here for the entire conference finals and finals. We're going to be here every day, guys. There is a game every single day for the next 2 weeks.
Day, boys.
I looked it up because usually there is a getaway day, like for both teams. But no, not this year. There is no day off. Yesterday was the only day off. We will go through the entire conference finals on both East and West with no days off. I'm going to do a little bit something called a tease right now. Pure Wage does have a humongous boost tonight on one of these two teams. We'll reveal it later when we go intro the game. But stay tuned. It is a huge boost. You guys do not want to miss out on it. It is hefty. Anyway, Alpha, you got anything you want to add on the Sun stuff, the Patrick Beverley, CP3 thing? I mean, it's kind of – for me, you just got to – ESPN was probably sitting there like – they're just –
it was fantastic.
They invited him back today.
Well, they didn't go to commercial. That was the funniest thing. They missed at least 2 commercial breaks in a row because they just couldn't take it off. It was entertaining television. It was junk television. We know what it was. It was slander. It was not accurate. But it was entertaining. I think Patrick Beverley is definitely someone I enjoy watching. But I don't take his opinion to heart. I mean, you take it from the source. You know, a guy who's significantly worse than Chris Paul saying that, you know, Chris Paul's not the greatest player. So take it from the source. Thought it was entertaining. One thing I want to talk about the actual games, though. How about Luka Doncic? 27 points in the first half. The Phoenix Suns as a team had 27 points in the first half. I've never seen anything like that. He was literally dominating the game. It was unbelievable. So kudos to the Mavs. Kudos to Luka. They really showed that they're a scary team.
We'll go over this probably a trillion times when we start talking about Warriors Mavericks. It's never. I expect this from Luka, and Luka will not beat the Warriors. He won't. Luka Doncic will not beat the Warriors, but the others might. Every time this guy gets one or two teammates who can score above 20 points, the Mavs win. And when they don't, the Mavs lose. It's really as simple as that for the Mavericks. Can you guys imagine if they just had a real Robin to look at Batman?
Imagine if Kristaps Porzingis wasn't such an asshole. Imagine if Kristaps just played like he should. Imagine that weapon on that team as a 7-footer.
I mean, he got traded for Spencer, and Spencer showed up.
It doesn't matter.
Some would say Dinwiddie, Luka might have taken the shine, but Dinwiddie's performance in Game 7 was the I mean, come on. I just
guys, everyone's in love with Luka right now. I mean, like I think we're going to get
do not create this narrative that you're not.
I think he's been amazing, but I also think we're about to get some great value on the Warriors, at least for the first couple games, simply because you can't say anything about Luka, even if it's not a negative comment. If it's not like all bowing down to him, you get, oh, well, found the Suns fan, or found the guy who hates Luka, or a Luka hater. And it's like you can't get away with not bowing down to Luka right now and not being a hater, or like
you have to.
Okay, I got a question.
What he did in Game 7 was absolutely.
I'm on the Luka bandwagon.
I got a question for BBB. I want to ask BBB a question. In the Warriors-Maverick series, is Luka Doncic the best player now?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Such recency
Rice said right now. This is not the whole playoffs. This is not this regular season. Right now, today, is he the best player?
Yeah.
Obviously, Steph Curry's the best player. It's not even.
Of course. Luka's been in the league for a couple years. Steph's been doing this forever. But right now, Luka is a more dangerous and deadly player than Steph Curry is right now. At this moment. But maybe it's injuries, maybe it's whatever's going on. At this exact moment, Luka Doncic is at a different level than every single other player in the NBA.
I agree. It's gonna take. I'm telling you guys, the Warriors, if they're smart and they are championship smart, DNA all over that, they're not gonna worry about Luka. Luka's gonna get his. They're gonna do everything they can to stop the others. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the other one. We haven't even talked about Celtics Bucks.
There's nothing to say in that one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Let's talk about
Giannis is so freaking good. But the Chris Middleton injury finally caught up to him. They didn't have enough wing defenders to stop. Why am I blanking? Grant Williams from going Michael Jordan on us. It's really crazy.
Grant Williams I think he missed 25 threes before that game. And he just went off from the threes.
He set every single career record of his.
Yeah. He went 7 from 18 from 3.
It was funny. Right when he did that, I texted Hefe and our other group of Knicks fans, and I said, Grant Williams officially to be goading the Knicks at a max contract at 8 years. And that's exactly what the Knicks do. Guys like Grant Williams that shine like this. But what a performance by him. Did anybody see that coming?
Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. Kudos to them. They just had more wing players than the Bucks had wing defenders. I said this next thing, and I really realized it during the game. So I said in our chat, Alpha. The Bucks missed PJ Tucker so much in that series. He is the wing defender that they needed, and guess what team PJ Tucker is on? Well, none other than the Miami Heat, who Boston will be playing in this series tonight. And I think he's going to be an X factor. We'll go into that when we start going over the X factors, but. Yeah, I have nothing. There's nothing you can say about Giannis.
I mean,
what was the crazy stat? First ever player, some crazy, like 500 points, 200 rebounds, 200 assists. Like it was he had a great series. It was not him, but they missed Chris Middleton.
Shout out.
I mean, Grayson Allen, bro. Like, what the hell?
Oh, he is awful. We were talking about the whole
piece a series of Grayson Allen didn't play
you can't have starters scoring 1 point and going for 6.
That happens all the time.
That's terrible, dude.
You want to laugh though? He had the best
what'd you say? Because you better say that same shit about Devin Booker and CP3.
You want to laugh though? Look at his plus minus. Look at his plus minus.
Yeah.
Somehow he was absolutely atrocious, but it was the best on the starting team by far.
So last thing I want to say, guys, and let's move on, because I actually had this question about the other team. You think DeAndre Ayton's done? There's no way he's going to be a Sun again. You guys saw like the news about how Gentry, why Monty Williams didn't play him.
I almost feel like
on camera that he said like you quit on us. That was
I don't know if
Monty
there's as
streaming.
much
I
as-
heard different things.
I think it's getting a little blown out of proportion. I think everybody and their brother, you see every little news outlet that like, not even like the big ones that are just like, well, yep, he's gone, done. It's like locked up, guaranteed. He's never coming back. I mean, I think there's a chance they probably try to move on with him, but
I don't think
but I
Aiden
don't-
comes back.
but
I
I
have
don't
a
think
good point.
Aiden's
He's thinking
I don't
of
think
max
Aiden's the
contract,
problem.
dude.
How old do you
Aiden's
guys?
not the
How old do you
problem.
guys think DeAndre Ayton is?
22.
20, 21, 22.
He's absurdly young.
He's 22.
Absurdly young. 22 years old. He's an NBA body. He doesn't have that. You know what's the difference in him and Bam Adebayo? Bam can handle the ball and work and have an offense work through him.
Bam is the only person at that position who can do that like Bam does, though. I think it's a little unfair to place
Embiid,
any blame on Ayton. Yeah,
Trey,
well, Joel doesn't. No,
Jaren
but
Jackson.
Joel does not dribble and bring the ball up just like how Bam does.
Okay,
not as
Bam
well.
is
Not like
unicorn,
Bam is
yes.
like a point guard with it. He's the only one. So to compare him to Bam is a little hard.
Is DeAndre Ayton's position getting? It's not there anymore. He's a true
I agree with that.
old
He's
school
a-
center.
I agree with that.
He's
I
a
agree
true
with that.
old school center. His game is
100%.
paint and nothing else.
But I think there is still a place for him. I think he's a very good player. The thing that I think that happened is this is getting blown out of proportion because this happens in so many locker rooms. It just happened to get on camera. It got caught. This happens all the time in sports.
100%.
Coaches call their guys out. It's
They
expected.
should.
We know this happened, and they definitely should. But it's one of those things that this one isolated situation was caught on camera. It
So you think he's
happens
come back? You think
all
he's
the
come
time.
back?
Yes,
Because
absolutely.
he's getting max. He's getting max.
I know.
I don't think he's coming back.
I think he's going to go back.
No.
I
Unless
do.
he takes a bet on himself deal.
I think he's going to take.
Yeah,
I exactly. what I
he
think
wants
he's
a max deal, dude.
At 22 would be at 22. The only thing that he has going for him is that he can take a bet on himself
He's
deal,
22.
and then take a max at 23, runs him to 28, and still get another max after that to take him to 33. Like my man is so like
Bet on yourself for 1, maybe 2 years. CP3 retires, you get the money. You get the bag. There it is.
What's CP3's contract?
50 million.
he's
50 mil.
That CP3's playing until his legs fall off, quite literally.
Oh,
See, I'm actually not worried about CP3. I think CP3 just had a bad game. I don't. Yeah, no crap. Patrick Beverley's a bad defender. He's 37 years old. What do you expect? He's old. He's a bad defender. But you can't. But offensively, when he's in his bag, he's the point guard for a reason. When he's in his bag,
he's a Hall of Famer, 100%.
That's just why he's not in a conversation.
Not even a
It's not even a
conversation.
freaking conversation.
But CP3 has never gotten it done. He has choked every
He's a
situation.
Game 7 choker.
He's
Game
never
7
gotten it
every
done. So
game.
I think that does need to be talked about. I think that is something that's going to stick with him, and I think it's valid. You can't lose this many times in the playoffs and never get it done. You've had so many pieces around you, so many great teams that I think it should still be talked about that he hasn't gotten it done. But I definitely think Patrick Beverley was wrong with everything that he said. But it's still valid that he hasn't won before.
The type
All right,
of player
boys.
he is, though, is not a carry you to a championship guy. He's a lift the rest of the team to it. And yeah, he's had some performances where it goes down, but I don't think a lot of the blame for some of these choking is necessarily all on him.
Yeah, no, I agree. But people don't want to hear us do this shit anymore. You guys ready to give him some winning picks?
Let's get into it,
boys.
baby. Let's get into the game.
Let's jump right into the only humongous game, if you will.
No, we need some energy, Hefe. You got to give it to
Hefe,
us. Wake
go
the
ahead.
people up.
We got a humongous game 1 in the Eastern Conference Finals tonight. The Celtics, the Heat -2 at
Yes,
home,
sir.
-130 on the money line. The Celtics are +150. Wait a second. No, that can't be right. Celtics are +115 on the money line. But you already know, we mentioned it earlier, Pure Wages coming through. He's boosting Celtics all the way to +150. If you're a Celtics backer, you need to go follow at Pure Wage 5 on Twitter right now. DM him right now to take advantage of those odds. If you like the Celtics, this is going to be the best odds you're going to find anywhere across the betting world. So make sure you go give him a follow. Make sure you tell him that we over here, OTB, sent you. Get that +150. Boys, let's get into it. Celtics Heat, it's game 1. I don't know about you guys, but in a game 1, I get a little nervous because these two teams, they just got off playing two separate teams in a long series. Both of them got into long series. Heat 6, Celtics and 7. Now you're playing a totally different team. You don't you could watch tape, but it's never going to be the same, man. So for me, and I'm not going to give him a pick yet. I think the one key player that I'm looking for to change the way he played last series to this series is Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero has to play better, man. Tyler Hero got that 6th Man of the Year award and said, okay, 1, 2, 3 Cancun. And his team won without him. Kudos to Jimmy. But I'm looking for Tyler Hero to step up. How about you guys?
I agree 100%. Jimmy cannot do what he did last series and expect the team to win. He needs help against this team. The Celtics are a much better opponent. I'm excited to get into it with you boys. I have a lot of props on this one. But before we get into any of that, BBB, you excited, bro?
Oh, I am beyond excited for this. I think this is a great matchup. We're finally here at the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think we do have two of the best teams. I think that Celtics and Heat both represent, the well-rounded, good-looking teams where, they do play defense. They do.
Good point. Well-rounded. I think both these teams are super deep. Yeah. With
the only
defenders on both sides.
Yeah, it was these two teams and the Knicks for the top 3 well-rounded teams in the East. So
only
2 could have made it.
Speaking of, let me give my 2 minutes of shame. You've made a mistake. Guys, today is possibly the Super Bowl for the New York Knicks. At 8 o'clock, I need everybody who's even a 1% of a Knicks fan to get on their ass and turn on ESPN. I don't care if we have a 0.2% chance, 0.5% chance. You're saying there's a chance I can get Paolo Banchero in a Knicks jersey? I'm there, baby. It's the lottery, and it's our Super Bowl. I don't even care about the game after. I'm actually done with the show. So I'll see you guys later.
You want to hear how bad the Knicks are? They had a 10% chance to get the first overall pick, and then they went 7-3 in their last 10 games.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing, dude? Why would you say that? Why would you
bring? BBB just put the jinx on you.
Can't even.
What a POS!
Dickhead move.
You know what, BBB? You want to steal the show and do whatever the hell you do. Give props. Go. Give us props.
Unbelievable.
Well, I'm actually going to start us off with the side here. I'm taking the promo here. I'm taking the plus 150. I liked them plus 2, but I think the money line is also really a good angle here whenever you're able to get it at plus 150. So if you guys have not signed up with Pure already, I think this is a great value line here. Getting this at plus 150, you're not going to find it anywhere else. That's huge value. So I love the Celtics here. I like them as I have this as basically a pick'em here in my eyes. So I think getting a pick'em team at plus 150 is huge value.
Slammy, what are you thinking about this one?
As far as a side, I got to go with first half Heat, man. This playoffs, they've been 5-1 in the first half, hitting at 83%. I think home court in the NBA in the playoffs have been huge. I think they start out hot and get this win in the first half. As far as total, the total is so low, man. So scary. But I think game 1 unders. Both teams are really trying to feel each other out. It's going to be a low scoring game. I can see first half under. If first half goes under, I think full game goes under as well. So.
Oh, really? You usually like the opposite play on that. Usually like first half under, full game over.
Yeah. Usually I take first half under. Usually first half under is a better take, I feel like. Just because.
Yeah. Fouls at the end, too, of a close game will give you a ton of extra points in the second half. So in a game where the spread's only 2, I like the angle. Because they're expecting it to be close. I'll say my side on this one, guys. I am all over the Pure Wage promo. Celtics money line plus 150. You're going to give me 40 cents. Boosted odds juice on that one. I'm going to jump on the value here. I'm targeting way more props in this game, but I am definitely taking advantage of that plus 150 as my only straight play on this game. F.A.?
The side is my least valuable play here. I got my total. My total is my number 1. And the props, I have 2 props that I really like. But here, guys, I actually lean 100% with Slam. I like the Heat first half. The analytics behind it, it's a new team. These teams are going to be figuring it out. I think the Heat are going to have the ruckus crowd. Also, let's keep in mind, Celtics just played. They just played a heavy 7-game series. They just finished on Sunday. Heat have a little more pep in their step, a little more rest. I think they'll come out with a little more energy. Celtics might come out a little bit flat here. I'll look for the Heat to take that first half. And I'll start off, since we all went through our picks, I'll start off with the totals, man. I love the under. I don't like it. I love it. It's my favorite play for this game. I got it at 204. I see it's now at 203.5. It's going down. I don't know the last time we ever saw a sub 200 playoff total, but it's trending that way in terms of a pre-game total. Yeah. Here's the stats. Heat 9-2 on the under. Boston 7-4 on the under in the playoffs as a combined 16-6. Also, these teams played each other 3 times in the regular season. 2 out of those 3 times hit the total under 204, which is today is. I like it. I think these are 2 defensively really talented teams with great wing defenders. With no Kyle Lowry for the Heat, it's going to be a slow game. And for the Celtics, they ain't going to make 18 threes like they did on Sunday. Give me the under 204.
I'm on the under for a total as well. I think all of us here, I'm not sure if Mickey does. Mickey, do you like the under? I know Slam's on that too.
I lean with the under. Yeah, I'm not going to have a play on it, but I like the under.
Awesome. So, boys, about that time to dive into some props. I'm going to give you guys – I have 3 total props tonight. My first one is a fade of Grant Williams threes. I'm taking his under 1.5 threes tonight. It's at -125 juice. I think Grant is going to have a tough game out there. We know PJ Tucker's probably going to be on him as well. He's going to be pestering him. He's not going to get the same wide open looks, and I think that one should cash rather easily. I'm not sure if Grant's even going to get 1 3-pointer made tonight. Looking over at my second prop, it's another 3 prop on the Celtics. I'm taking Tatum's over 3.5 at -110. That one's my favorite of them. Tatum's been shooting the ball hot, and they know they want to establish his 3-point game to get them rolling. And you know what? I'm going to give my last prop here on a roll. Gabe Vincent over 1.5 threes at plus money. Gabe Vincent without Lowry in there is getting the looks, and at home, he is hitting his threes. I expect that to happen.
Cool. I for a couple props here, I'll lead it off with Al Horford over assists. I like this angle here. I think that, anytime he gets the ball inside, he's going to be with a tough matchup with Bam Adebayo inside. And we saw in the last series how much they love to kick the ball out and hit for a lot of threes. So as long as they can, the outside shooting can at least be somewhat efficient, I could definitely see a lot of assists coming from the inside on Al Horford. And he, sometimes he's that second receiver of the ball. When coming up the court, a lot of times they'll give it to him, just run around a little bit, basically to get open and stuff. And, it goes right back to Jason Tatum and we see him, get an easy bucket there. So I love him over assist. And then next, I actually like Bam Adebayo over assist too. This has been a pretty popular play today. I've seen it a lot. Scares me a little bit seeing it that much, but I think that, he continues to hit. It's been kind of a hidden gem that's just now getting found out. So this might be the last time we get this one, or it might get jinxed today. So, and then last but not least, I like Jason Tatum points, rebounds, and assists over. That's gone down some now. I think it's all the way down to like 37.5. It was at 39.5. I think that this is a good buy low spot. I think everyone is saying Heat defense, no way. Tatum scores a lot. So I think this is kind of one of those reverse line movement ones. We've gotten a couple points from it. I like the value we're getting.
Okay.
Guys, I mentioned earlier, I think it's Tyler Hero's time to shine, baby. I'm taking his over 14.5. He's been quiet. He's been double teamed. I think they are going to make it a point to make him the focal point of tonight's offense. He is a microwave. Once he gets going, he's hot. And all he needs is to see a couple go in. I'm going to go with Hero. Guys, this other one, you might roll your eyes at me. You might not like what I got to say. I'm taking Tatum under on points, 27.5. Jason Tatum, in the 3 games that they have played against the Heat, has not eclipsed that number. Jaylen Brown has been the offensive catalyst in those 3 games. I think Jaylen Brown, the way that the defensive schemes are, he gets those threes, he gets those lanes because they're so uber focused on Tatum. And I'm not saying that will affect the game plan because we've seen it 1,000 times where it's not a Tatum game, it's a Jaylen Brown game, and the Celtics win. Jason Tatum could go out and score 25 for all I care, and he could. I'm taking the under in 27.5.
Slammy.
What's up, boys? Let's get it. All right, I got 3 player props I'm looking at right now. Grant Williams under. As you know, he went off last game shooting 7 to 18 from 3 points. I don't think he's going to be scoring over 8.5 at all. Maybe he'll get lucky, maybe score.
It's almost disrespectfully low. It's that they're better.
Yeah, but
PJ Tucker is going to have him in his cocoon.
Yeah, but he is a catch and shoot kind of guy is what he was doing last time.
Yeah.
And I will say,
I think he'll get lucky and get a 3-pointer.
No, he's not.
Luck.
Slam didn't listen to my player props because we are on Grant Williams under threes. Thanks, Slam. He's not getting those.
I don't think that's like a luck thing, though, that he makes a 3. Like, he's not like a horrible 3-point shooter.
He went 0-25 before the last game.
Yeah, but like if you look at the whole season, like that, I don't know if you like heard like about what the coach said. He told them before that game, hey, you need to shoot with confidence.
Every coach tells him to shoot with confidence.
Last game he went off. He was just on a heater. I mean, it is what it is, but I just don't think this game he's not going to score 8.5 points. I see it going under, and I'm going Al Horford under as well. I think he's at 10.5. You saw what Bam did against Joel Embiid, so I don't think Al Horford will be scoring any points. As far as assists, BBB, I know you're on his assists. I like that a lot as well. And the third one is Tyler Hero over. I think he's so due. He didn't show up at all in the 76ers series, and I think this is his time to shine, especially at home. 14.5, a little juiced on the over as well, so that's always a good sign. Tyler Hero over. He goes off tonight. And be careful laying over on player props, man. If we like the under, I think a lot of the props go under as well, so be careful.
Well, good point, because the total, I mean, there's only a few people that can. If
you like the under full game, like be careful taking over player props.
Well, that's kind of my thought for Jason Tatum. 27.5 for a total that is basically saying that the Celtics are going to score around 100 points. It's 130 points right there, basically.
Exactly.
27.5%.
Well, it's 102 3 if the line's 2, so really they're supposed to score 101. So, do the math on that. Can you? Because I can't. I wasn't going to start getting into that.
All right, boys. If you do like Celtics money line, Pure Wage has it for plus 150. Amazing value, guys. DM him, get you set up. I think payout immediately after the game as well. So it's always nice. For sure.
Guys, are we doing best bets?
Yeah, I think we have to. We just gave out so many plays. I think everybody's got to choose one. Everybody choose one.
Just one.
Wait, out of your
one max.
Wade,
one max.
2, LeBron. Let's get it, boys. Best bets. So one prop, one prop.
One. Only one.
I think we should do one prop, and one like either side or total.
One prop,
one side or total. Go. Alpha.
Done. Attack. Celtics money line plus 150 only on the GOAT wage. I mean Pure Wage. I mean GOAT wage. Same thing. And my prop, Grant Williams under 1.5 threes. BBB. Give
That's
the
like so conflicting of rooting for each other of like score, but not you.
No.
Just make it 3 grand. Stay in the paint.
All right, I love Jason Tatum to lead the Celtics to a win. I'm taking the Celtics money line as well, plus 150 only through Pure Wage. DM him if you haven't seen it, and I'm taking Jason Tatum over 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists as I root for him to lead the Celtics to that Dubski. Hefe, take it away.
We're going with the under 204 as the play in the game. I think defense will be the premium tonight. These two teams will be figuring it out. I love the wing defenders that both teams have, so I think the 3 corners that both these teams love to shoot are going to not be so wide open as they were in the previous round, where Philly had absolutely nobody on defense and sometimes nobody on offense, and Milwaukee just didn't have the depth, the wing defender depth. My other one is Tyler Hero over 14.5. They will not win this series if Tyler Hero plays like he played in Philly. So I look for Tyler Hero to come out and set the tone for the series over 14.5 points.
Love it.
Damn, I think we're on the
same
side. I think we're on the same side here. But first half Heat money line minus 135. I like the Heat to come out hot, as you know. NBA home court.
Is that why they call them the Heat?
Yeah. Exactly. And then player prop wise, I like Tyler Hero as well, man. I'm taking his over. Tonight's the night. He's due, boys. He has to show up eventually, right?
So. Slam having a Capri Sun tonight, huh?
Let's get it, boys. Hefe, one more time for the people.
One more time for the people. We have a humongous game tonight. It's the Heat. It's the Celtics. You heard it. BBB and Alpha are on the Celtics. I'm on the under. Slam's on the Heat. First half money line. I got Heroes points over. He's got Heroes points over. He's got He's got freaking Jason Tatum, PRA. He in the corner over there has Grant Williamson. I'm making 3. I can't point it so hard to do it on the camera reverse. Who cares? But if you like the Celtics, is the only thing you should care about is that Pure Wages giving it out at plus 150 odds. Go follow him. Go DM him. Tell him we sent you. Take advantage of the best Celtics money line number you're going to get anywhere. Promise you that. Other than that, everybody, we will see you tomorrow for OTB, where we have another humongous game in the Western Conference Finals.
I'm high, boys.
Mavericks.
Wow.
And with that,
One day his head's just gonna shoot off his body at the end of the show. Just gonna